Left jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back
What's good, everyone? Salute to the ones that's in the building, man. You already know what it is. Big shout out to the WCS supporters. Let me get this pulled up right quick. Dead Game Boxing on deck. What's good? Mark Nash on deck. Salute to you. You know what I'm saying? Salute to everyone that's in the building, man. It's not going to be a long one. Of course, you know, other extracurricular activities. You know what I'm saying about this situation. You know, listen, hey, those of you, you know, that straight up have issues and want to invest time in this topic and have a problem with what I say, right? Hey, it's social media. Get used to it. All right. It's social media. And listen, I don't have to put obscenities in my messages. I can just paint a picture and you can figure out the rest. This entire debacle that played out in front of our eyes with all these freaking, you know, Errol Spence-aholics, you know what I'm saying, that didn't make the fight come to fruition, came up with all these damn invalidated sources. It didn't do anything but condemn the fight. That's all it did. It condemned it, bro. That's it. You know, I point the finger at you. All of you cats that condemn the fight, I point the finger at you. Real talk. I'm waiting on this dude to come on here, man. I'm waiting this guy to come on here. He has a lot to say. He said he was going to show up. You know, I just told him, you know, don't show up with the same information I heard, man. Come with something new and refreshing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Come with something new and refreshing. That's all I want to say. You know what I'm saying? Just come with something new and refreshing so you won't bore the motherfucking people. That's all I'm saying, bro. You know, I dropped a link. You let me know you're in there. I dropped a link for you so we can get cooking. You know what I'm saying? That's all we have to talk about. Hold on for a second. Hope everyone in the chat is doing great. You know what I'm saying? So this is what I want to get to, right? So as you all know it, right? The news is broke. I've talked on this earlier and everything. I'm not gonna reiterate or rehash, you know, pretty much what I went over. But I did want to highlight some things that turned out to be all the way true. You know what I'm saying? I wanna, you know, get it out to the people once again to just take a look at how the process played out, right? That's just like me having a competition with anybody on here, right? So let's just take how the social media shit work. You know, people tend to take it for what they see on your channels or whatever the case may be. I mean, that's how they view this shit. That's their visual acceptance, on characterizing some type of supremacy here on the YTC. People look at your channels, okay? So when it comes down to competition, in a sense, it's not really competition on here because you cannot authenticate organic viewership or any of that. You can just authenticate activity. The activity has to be authenticated. You know what I'm saying? Like I was listening to Coach Malachi's live earlier today. That shit was lit. Real talk. I mean, that shit was going off. Seriously. I mean, that's when I know the interaction and everything, the phone calls and shit. I know that shit's popping off. But with the Terrence Crawford situation, it kind of boiled out of control because people spend so much time criticizing Terrence Crawford, attempting to make people believe something that he wasn't. Especially a high point for me was the Hall of Fame situation. The Hall of Fame that took place with 3 classes was inducted. He was invited to the Hall of Fame to get his hand casted. Of course, there were members, and I was supposed to be there. I chose to pass on it because I had other obligations, right? So there were some legends and some people that was inducted. It was multiple names that was there in attendance that had a prominent place in the boxing annals. And they was asked a question about Crawford Spence, of course, and they had no problem telling who they thought would win. Of course, majority of them said that Crawford will win. The word got back to Spence, and Spence like F all of them. You know what I'm saying? It's not just the Hall of Fame, right? Okay, it wasn't just Hall of Fame. It's just been fighters in general. They was hating on Roy Jones a lot. They try to focus their entire method to the madness on Roy Jones, saying he was hating on Spence. They did all these lives on Roy and try to, basically some of the channels took the shit out on me, as if I dictate what Roy Jones, man, the legend himself, he does what the fuck he want. But they was trying to make it seem like that. They wanted to channel that shit to me. Oh, Roy, he say this, he be hating on Spence and all this other stuff. He won't give him no credit. Until these Hall of Fame inductees and all these big names start speaking out about this fight, because it seemed like the fight was getting closer. So more and more cameras start to roll. And the question that was asked over and over again, who do you think they'll win? Who do you think will win? Who do you think will win? Who do you think will win? And they kept coming back with Crawford's name. Now, this is without throwing a single punch in the ring against Errol Spence. This is without throwing a single motherfucking punch, y'all. They kept on telling this man, calling this man's name and say, oh, he's a much all-around complete boxer. This is this and that. Okay, the way I look at it, right? If you don't like what they're saying, it will motivate me. This is my attitude. It will motivate me to say, you know what? I got to get this guy in the ring. All these cats, all these fighters saying they believe Terrence Crawford win all the time. And then, word is getting back. The shit is just spooling up, just like a turbo. You know what I'm saying? You spool that motherfucker, boom, boom, boom. That shit is firing off. Bop, 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 bop. Shit's going around, making the rounds on the YTC. Even the channels that was, trying to be in denial and act like they didn't hear the shit, they was hearing it. They was hearing all that shit pop off without throwing one punch. So that, in a sense, to me, will motivate. Say, okay, let's get it in the ring. Let's make this fight happen by all means necessary. Al, let's make this fight happen. They seriously doubt me. They think this dude can beat me. Let's make it happen. Let's do everything we need to make this fight happen. No, that's not the way it happened, bro. Let me pause right here. That's not the way it happened. That's not the way it happened. Unfortunately, that's not the way it happened. But what we did see was Bud Crawford's supremacy play out in real time, because him doing what he's supposed to do outside the ring, other fighters that's on the higher level respected that shit. They looked at what Spence was doing outside the ring and what he's been through. They didn't respect it. Spence didn't respect it before the Porter fight. He was forced to respect it after the Porter fight. He didn't respect it before the Porter fight. He was forced to respect it after the Porter fight. What was it, 12 days? 12 days following the victory. I can understand you going to Al Heyman and saying, I want everything to do with this fight. We got to make this shit happen. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'm, no matter, what the money's got to be, I want to go ahead and prove to these people and myself that I can beat Terrence Bud Crawford, period. That's not what happened. Terrence Crawford supremacy showed his face. You know why? Because they doing anything and everything to make it difficult for Team Crawford to digest what demands they're trying to place on him in this negotiation process. It's bad. What's going on? Shaw News, the Sauce Experience, aka Showtime Shaw. What's good? Salute WCS in the chat. DBMH on deck. What's good? Salute WCS. Salute to you, brother. And shout out to Team Tucker. Don, this is Sugar Ray Leonard picked Bud. Then they asked him a month later. He was reluctant to pick a fighter. They probably chastise him. That's what they do, man. That's what they do, Don. They want to sit up here and stalk and socially bully these greats who don't owe us anything. This man has been in some of the roughest fights, man. Fought some of the greats, Hall of Fame. And then when asked again, you trying to tell me he's hesitant? Why be hesitant? Did you lose a sponsorship? That's how toxic, the Spencerholic channels have made this, because they want to come in here and mention names. And then, if you talk about, they know if you talk about the right person, that information is going to filter back to them. And then is going to make them feel some type of way. But Crawford supremacy played out in real time. It pretty much showed the Spencerholics, regardless if they in any type of damn inebriated denial, that how much power Crawford actually has, because they refuse to get this man a fair contract. They refuse to give him a fair deal. They refuse to allow his offer to be appeasing. They're rendering him, they're sitting up here presenting information to him that doesn't make any sense. Why make it so difficult? Why? The man has one belt like Caleb Plant has. Was y'all doing the same thing to him? No. This man can't get anywhere close to 10 million. He can't get anywhere close to 10 mil. But if you look at it, right, the Spencerholics and the Queens of Spence, they sit up here and talk about numbers all the time. Isn't that why Canelo is able to rover around and make these deals? Because of his numbers? I understand there's a huge gap when it comes to Canelo and Spence when it comes to the numbers. I get it. I get that shit. But if you're going to say Terrence Crawford doesn't put butts in the seats, but Errol does, why wasn't it enough for Errol to get the same treatment that Canelo was able to give Caleb? Why? Why was it so difficult? If he's putting all these numbers in the seats, y'all braggadocious, y'all sit up here and bloviate shit all the time. If he was doing those numbers, why couldn't he come up with a reasonable number to present the Spence? Why is this the back end? 35% after people get paid of the net. Why are y'all giving this man the scraps, man? It's insulting. I mean, I'm talking about it's humiliating. And unfortunately, when we look at the dang overcast, all I see is a black cloud. Real talk. That's all I see is a black cloud. My people, man. You made an absolute fool of yourself. Those of you that went on social media and spoke about this fight, and you made it all about yourselves trying to push a narrative as if people was believing. It don't matter what you say anymore, because all of y'all channels have been burned all the way down, cooked over and all. You're done. I told you it was a hot grease summer, man. All y'all channels have been burned down. Y'all came up here saying this, that, and the other, so and so holding up the fight, and then all of a sudden the news break with Max and Coppinger, and you want to act like you don't even acknowledge it. Oh, it don't mean anything. Oh, we don't believe Mike Coppinger. You do, because time he puts out a tweet, you motherfucker screenshot it and started them do a live on it. So all of a sudden it deals with Spence, and it's not favorable. And you look at it like, oh my God, they lying. No way that can be coming from PBC. Yes way. Yes way. It comes from PBC. It's just disgusting, man. This is what black fight fans don't need. Black fighters don't need. We don't need any of this. And you know, people attempted to try to go at Keyshawn Davis, you know, after him coming off a starchy knockout win. You know what I'm saying? They tried to go at this man when he said what was absolutely truth. He said you was scared, Errol. I know when people say, well, boxers not necessarily scared of each other. I believe it is. It is a certain type of fear. It may not be to step through the ropes and fight that other fighter. It might be a different type of fear when it comes to that particular fighter who has championship belts. They may believe that they're incapable of walking out their ring as the winner, because now they're fighting the most elite person, the elite fighter that they ever been in the ring with. And they're not sure if they have what it takes to defend their titles or to come out victorious. That's the fear I'm talking about. I'm not talking about being scared to step in there and fight. I don't believe that. Neither one of these fighters are one-punch knockout artists, no. But they are on the elite level, and they are considered and identified to be pound-for-pound fighters. But this is not about all that goes out the window when they go in there and compete, because they don't get no special gloves. They don't get any special privileges in there unless the fight is, you know, in the hometown of that particular fighter. And, you know, the referee is chosen by this and that and the other. You know what I'm saying? If it's set up that way, if it's cushioned that way. But in this case, Keyshawn said you was scary. And the way these negotiation process is looking, that's what it seems like. That you're afraid to goddamn go in there and get this work. Mac World, what's good? You know what I'm saying? You're afraid to go in there and get this work, man. If you believe what you told the people that was true, you was coming to get that fucking belt. Okay, what happened? What happened though? You say you was going to get the belt, bro. The big fish. Man, Omaha having a cookout right now. Right now, bro. The shit's been cooking for quite some time. The oil has been hot. This last few days, man, it's just been an all-out Omaha cookout. The big fish is the main course meal. You have been done, cooked, over. Because you showed that you weren't willing to go to bat for Terrence. I used to say shit like, well, I think they more so have respect for one another, this, that, and the other. But now I don't know if Errol has the mutual respect that I originally thought. Because if that was the case, man, you would come out and be more vocal. You're not even vocal about what you're seeing. You're not even freaking vocal about any of it. You're just staying quiet like a good little puppy. And it's almost like you can't even talk. But you said you was your own motherfucking boss. But if a boss can't talk, how are they to do business? Especially in boxing. If a boss is muted and censored, how are you the boss and you can't even persuade the one who write the checks or pass down the checks or whatever? They're not listening to you. He's not even listening to you, bro. J-Rod, what's good? The Spence fans are out here on damage control. Listen, I don't even call it damage control, man, because the shit's been damaged for quite some time now. You feel me? This is not damage control, people. Feel me on that. This is not damage control. This is just desperate measures reacting to the obvious. The obvious is that they failed themselves. It don't matter how many people you have on the panel. You can have 10 stupid people talking the same dumb shit on the panel at the same damn time. Period. They've been going back and forth, coming up with ideas and freaking strategies to pass damn malicious freaking boxing content on this damn YTC. And they did it. It still didn't get them nowhere. It didn't get them nowhere. Because the fighter that they've been talking about is quiet. The fighter they've been talking about is chained to a tree. He can't do anything. He doesn't even have enough confidence to speak up and say, man, all I want to do is fight this fight, man. Now, people are going to say, well, when Canelo and Caleb Plant was initially supposed to fight, it was postponed. Okay, kudos. Kudos to that. For anybody who chooses to go that route. Okay, kudos. That fight was postponed. And, Caleb said he agreed to everything that Canelo wanted, right? Cool. Now, let's see what happened. Since it's not going to be this year, let's see what happened in 23. See, that's what gives the Spencerholics hope. They get to damn sit up here and drink that spiked eggnog, that 90 proof eggnog throughout the damn holidays and shit. You know what I'm saying? They get to spend money, that they was going to freaking have to order some wings and some pizza and some breadsticks, while they stream the fight. Stream Team 6, right? Y'all wasn't going to buy it. Y'all was going to get together and get the link and stream that shit. You wasn't going to buy it. Now they got some extra money. They're going to spend that on some 90 proof eggnog. And then they're going to come together and take down, the opening first semester of 23 to see what topics they can talk about when it comes to Crawford Spence. Because in 22, they failed miserably. I grade you a F. You failed, bro. Because your fighter has consistently proved that he don't have no control. He ain't the boss. And then in a moment where he should be speaking up, he can't say shit. He can't say shit, man. He sees and hears everything that's playing out. He can't say a motherfucking word, man. He's on the lock and key. He's done. He's not a boss. He can't say shit, bro. He can't do a motherfucking thing, man, without checking in with Papa. Aquí, Papa. He can't say shit. He can't go out there and make his own decisions. Say, no, I hear what they saying about me. Let me go out. No, hey, Spence is out back, man. Brushing down the horse and shit. Squatting away them Texas goddamn mosquitoes. He's back there with headphones on, so he can't hear nothing. He's just doing that equine therapy. Talking to his horse. You love me, right? And his horse, he got a little money. It just happened to be Mr. Ed. Yeah. Hello, I'm Mr. Ed. That's his horse, man. So being his horse know how to speak English, they be having conversations and shit. The good thing about his horse don't have access to social media, so he can bullshit his horse, though. Real talk. His horse don't know anything about YouTube and IG. They don't fuck around with that. So Spencer say, hey, I'm undisputed welterweight world champion. Oh, for real? Great. Oh, man, I knew you was special. Yeah. Yeah. Congratulations. All right, thank you. Appreciate you. Let me keep on brushing you down and everything. You're my favorite horse, man. I never thought I'd get a horse that can talk. And then the horse said, well, from the window, it seems like you're missing one belt, the WBO title. Huh? You know how many belts supposed to be? Yeah. I hear your family talking about it every time they come over here. Are you going to take the fight? Will you take the fight? Can you take the fight? And that is for the WBO title. It's just when I'm peeking in through your window, I never see the WBO title. I see everyone else, all the other titles of WBC, IBF, and WBA but where's the WBO? And then the horse runs away and gallop down the pasture. Shit. You thought you had me. Huh? I'm Mr. Ed. Oh my God, dog. Stop the madness, man. Stop the madness. What are these people thinking? What are these people thinking? One thing we can't fake is the eye test. Bud is just the more superior boxer, so they get mad. Absolutely, man. You know, you dressing that up, man, with a cummerbund and everything, and you sliding on the loafers. You know what I'm saying? They trying to send Bud out there suited up with no shoes on, bro. You know what I'm saying? They trying to talk so bad about this man. You know what I'm saying? His supremacy is playing out in front of our eyes. PBC is the creme de la creme in their eyes of promotions, right? But yet they trying to sit up here and scale down. They trying to fillet the wrong fighter. Crawford never said he was a fish. Crawford just said he wanted to fight. They trying to send this man in there with the bare minimum, bro. The bare minimum. In one of the biggest fights, they attempting to the bare minimum. And then you have these idiots that will sit up here and believe that he's wrong for asking questions. He's wrong for asking questions, so he won't find himself in a 365, 368.6 deal, 374.3. He's asking questions. Hey, I want to make sure all this shit is right. D-Ray on deck. What's good, D-Ray? Yeah, W says, be putting in work. The boxing community need this. There's not enough reality. It's all a lopsided narrative being pushed on rumors being spreaded. Man, that's what it is, bro. Long as you're intelligent enough to understand what they've been pushed for quite some time. They've been saying all this bogus ass shit and now played out in front of them. Oh, fuck Max Kellerman. Oh, I don't believe what he said. Oh, fuck Mike Carpenter. Now, all of a sudden, they don't want to listen to Max Kellerman, Mike Carpenter. But guess what? If they would have came out that same broadcast, right, and said, well, to be honest with you, Bud Crawford should really take the low ball offer. It may seem bad on the front end, but if he goes in there and win and get the belt, it would benefit him for leverage, especially in those negotiations and the rematch, because this is a 2-fight deal. What do you think, Mike? Oh, they would have ran up here. Thumbnail. Oh, man. God damn, I got to hurry up. Breaking. Okay, enter. Okay, let me go over to YouTube. Should I put my tags in there? All right, set that up. What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy. Oh, let me stop at this stop sign first. Man, stop the madness, man. Listen, bro. Listen. This shit has to stop, man. You Spencerholics, you listen to the small channels, okay? Stop letting the small channels piss you off, bro. You failed, Spence. I'm gonna tell you again to your face. You failed that man. I'm gonna just call it what it is. Y'all not having that same energy against Blue. Blue has said it out of his mouth. He was forced. He was given the reality treatment. He had to come out and say that it was a fucked up deal the Arrow them giving him. He had to come out and acknowledge. He had to come out and admit. But y'all don't want to go there. Y'all too much of a coward to goddamn stand up and say, "Oh man, you going against Arrow? You going against Arrow?" No, it's what is reality, bro. What is reality? I don't have to have those 7-11 moments. I don't have to, because I don't put myself in a position for any fighter to come up of anything. You know what I'm saying? Even with Spence, I ain't saying that personal about him. If he don't like it, oh well, it's a freedom of speech, you know, and shit with his social media and his boxing game. But these guys who was hating on Terrence Crawford, that shit got deep, personal. You know what I'm saying? They was careless. They didn't give a damn what they were speaking about. But dudes, you have pro Spence channels admitting that the deal is fucked up. They're admitting to it. They are admitting it's a fucked up deal. They don't want to admit it. You can get on here and say, "Oh, Crawford line. Crawford's team more fucked up." Man, don't nobody believe you, BF. Nobody believe that shit you talking over there. I'm just gonna call it for what it is, bro. Nobody believing that shit. You know, you gotta put thumbnails and put F and all and cut. No, bro, nobody believing that shit, bro. I'm just gonna keep it 100. Nobody's believing that shit you talking. Seriously. You keep on thinking it gathers energy. It builds up energy to say Bud is the dumb, his team dumb, they the most fucked. No, nobody's believing that shit. That's just nonsense. That's just talk. That's just you rambling on as always, trying to get people think that, you know, it's all about, oh, just because I yell and scream, that shit is the truth. It isn't. It's not the truth, bro. It's not the truth. Y'all gonna have to buckle up and come to your senses and admit that, hey, it's a fucked up deal. And then, you know, the real ones will respect you a lot more. They will respect that you turn around and say, okay, it's a fucked up deal. But a lot of y'all don't have the courage to come up out of that situation that you in, that you gotta rock PBC heavy or nothing. And that's what it is. That means nothing, bro. Nobody's believing that shit. Nobody's believing that Team Crawford is fucked up, like you say. Nobody's believing. Who cares about what the team is like? Both fighters have to step in the motherfucking ring if the fight ever happens. Nobody cares about the team. You can sit up here and attempt to chastise their team as if it has some type of merit to it. It doesn't. It doesn't have any validation, bro. You know, the same people up here talking about, you know, Crawford don't use all his skills, so he's the dumbest fighter. Bro, you the dumbest. Omaha cooking with WCS. Yes, sir, man. You know what it is. I found the big fish. You know, we had them in the pot, man. And though it's flames all around that motherfucker, we still pouring damn cooking oil in there. We want to make sure we get it nice and crispy. We want to make sure that shit's nice and crispy, man. That's the only way to cook a fish. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way to cook fish, bro. You don't have to cook it for a long time, but in this case, we're going to let that shit simmer. We're going to let that damn fire burn, man. That's an Omaha cookout. You know what I'm saying? That's an Omaha cookout. Real talk. We've been needing this shit. Let me go ahead and slap the shit out of YouTube CEO for not sending me the notification that I was live. Hey, man, y'all make sure y'all check out on Big Blunts and Box. He going live. You know, I think around 9 p.m. So y'all make sure y'all tune in to his live stream or whatever. And check the brother out. Big Blunts and Boxing, man. Drop your link in there to you know, to your live stream later on today. What's the deal with my fam in the chat? He said the thumbnail is crucial. Hey, I try to. Hey, Blunt. When I really got the time, you know, come on, man. You know, I can tell a story now. You know what I'm saying? You know, they got the big fish in the pot, man. You know, it's not enough. We got to cook them. We got to make sure we cook them because this shit is a travesty. At the end of the day, there's a lot of my people that's involved in this travesty. So therefore, me speaking on it, I think I have every right because they trying to treat this man worse than anything that they was talking about with Top Rank. It's a travesty, man. It's despicable. And what's even more despicable, you have some of these black channels with black families, and they're sitting up here acting like it's nothing wrong with the way this black man is being treated. Real talk. They don't give a fuck. They don't care on how this black man being treated. They busy want to look at it like, oh, it's just boxing at the end of the day. Oh, it's for real. It's just boxing. Yeah, it's just boxing. We don't see no race in boxing. It's just boxing. But is the money that they're getting paid, is that real? Yes, it's getting paid. No shit. Okay, if the money is real and you have a black manager who's pretty much the overseer of all the primary positions over there, If he is treating this black man that's in boxing and he's lowballing him, shouldn't, if you have your platform to speak out, shouldn't you come up here and speak to your listeners and let them know this is fucked up? It's your responsibility to do that. No, they refuse to do it. They don't want to go against the grain. You know why they don't want to go against the grain? Because they don't want to lose those loyal dummies that be going back and forth to their chat and typing. Those loyal dummies that be there just listening to anything. They don't give a fuck about the boxing aspect. They just want to hear some shit when it comes to, what Arrow is doing, what they believe he's doing. Crawford ain't doing this. Crawford ain't doing that. Crawford ain't never going to get this. I mean, Mel Charlo, they pretty much told you what it was. Another black fighter, right? Mel Charlo pretty much told you what it's like inside the Texas plantation that's ran by another black plantation owner. He said, you should humble yourself, shut up, sit down, take less money, and learn how to be the challenger. He pretty much told somebody everything besides what you see Crawford being. He wanted Crawford to basically capitulate. He wanted him to kowtow. He wanted him to bow down, genuflect, stay on one knee, waist level. He'll never be in a position of superiority. They wanted this man to be in an inferior position, one closest to the ground. They wanted this man to get paid pennies compared to what this fight could be. And you feel that as black voices out here, it's not your damn right to speak up about it? I mean, that's cowardice at its best, bro. Y'all refuse to speak up about that. Y'all rather see this man go out here and be in a tough fight. 12 rounds, 3 minutes apiece, 12-round championship for the undisputed titles. Like I said before, we've seen several divisions around here become undisputed. But the welterweight division is different. This is pertaining to black fighters. When we saw 140 fight for undisputed recently, it wasn't 2 black fighters. When we seen the 135, it wasn't 2 black fighters. When we seen the 154, it wasn't 2 black fighters. It wasn't. When we seen the 168, it wasn't 2 black fighters. When we thought we was going to see 2 black fighters at heavyweight, it didn't happen. Guess what? We're going through the same dilemma. Damn near the same slavish type offers going on right here in front of our face at the welterweight division. But as they blame Eddie Hearn back in the day for offering Deontay Wilder 12 million flat, 15 flat, and all this other shit, we can't place the blame and shit like that on Eddie. Eddie has nothing to do with this, but we can place the blame on Al Heyman, the college graduate. When the word came out, oh, he don't want black fighters fighting this, that, and the other. He don't like that. Whatever. We say that Arrow got back to the office and Al hit him with the, you shouldn't open your mouth and talk like that. Next time you go out there, I want you to thank me. Hey, just like they did AB, man. They check him quick. Don't get ahead of yourself now. Don't get ahead of yourself, nigga. We can shut that down quick. You'll be on the shelf until next season. Don't get ahead of yourself. By the time you step back in the ring, they'll see rust falling off your body from the time you even start the ring walk. F+ dead game on deck. F+ with it, dog. They failed miserably. You failed. Y'all Spencerholic channels, you failed, bro. And as much as these channels try not to make it like, we can't bring the black voices together, and say it's a union on here, because it's simply not, because you have people that take sides with their favorite fighter. When Errol Spence is gone, it's going to be Jaron Ennis. But see, they're not going to be able to do that with Jaron Ennis like that. You know, certain fighters have certain personalities and certain amount of time that they allow themselves to be accessible, you know what I'm saying, or whatever the case may be. And when I say accessible, it's not so much YTC, it's also accessibility to the culture, accessibility with the nightlife and shit like that. One of the reasons that they support Errol so much because he was out there in the nightlife. And a lot of people in Texas do support him. That's a part of the culture and everything. But it's the same people. It's a lot of people that support freaking Bud Crawford, but he's from Omaha and he moves different. He moves a lot different. You know what I'm saying? You don't catch him in front of the camera in the same situations that you caught Spence. And look, the Spencerholics had enough time, but they was busy on here creating thumbnails and putting up the video that showed Errol Spence out here drunk. Look at their channels. I'll take a stroll. I'll take a stroll. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like bringing up that ammunition right now. It's not even worth it. I'm not gonna do it for free. But they busy put that video up when there was AB, Javante, Bunny, Errol Spence. You know, when Spence say all this shit, he started boxing in 2015, all the other shit. He was close, but he was off. But they put it up. They had a good time looking at it and all that. They had time to reach out to their brother via Twitter, IG, and say, "Hey, man, we have a lot of support for you out here. We just want to let you know we got you. Just try to chill on the alcohol." They wouldn't do that because they felt that Errol might blacklist them. You know what I'm saying? Like they went at my boy Showtime, and they tried to sit up here and say that man was a Judas and everything else, man. When he actually know people. El Foul Player, what's good? He know people over there at Errol Spence side. You know what I'm saying? But they try to say the man wasn't solid. You know what I'm saying? They try to turn me against a guy that they didn't even know, never did fights with, never covered fights with, none of that shit. All because of Errol Spence. They up here having a motherfucking a torchlit parade, trying to sit up here and say he didn't know because Errol said what he said. Errol turned into a hater. So you know what it is, man. No more questions about that boogeyman Crawford. No more questions, man. That's the boogeyman, shawty. Real talk. That's the boogeyman. He's such a boogeyman. They don't even want to pay that man right. They don't even want to be fair to pay that man. They got to lowball the fuck out of him, dog. That's the fucked up part about it. They got to lowball the fuck out of Crawford. I'm going to be live tonight, 9 p.m. If anybody in here can make it, I'm just live to see if I can gain some clarity. Because y'all know, I ain't no Bud fan or no Errol fan. I just want to see the fight. Hey, you sound like Marshawn Lynch. You know what I'm saying? You just here not to be fine. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, dog. Hey, man, in the end, you're going to pick a side, goddammit. I'm gonna catch you when you about the end of that motherfucker. When that roach is right there and you about the end and you feeling right, I'm gonna say, hey man, you really fucking with that fighter they call Bud, huh? And you're gonna slip up and say, yeah, man, yeah. For real, yeah. I was just trying to be neutral, but yeah. He beat the fuck out of Spence. Yeah. I said, all right, man. I just wanted to hear you on live, dog. I'm about to goddamn screen record this shit. About the screen recorded, dog. I got your audio, dog. I'm gonna use it in my intro. The video was good, man. I appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you pulling up, man. I'm about to catch Blunts. Hey, Blunts and Box. I'm about to catch him slipping when he about to finish that shit, man. I'm asking the ultimate question. I'm saying, who you got in the fight, man? Crawford Spence, who you got? Man, I got Crawford, dog. It ain't no hesitation, man. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no bias. I'm just kicking facts, man. Crawford gonna beat that motherfucker. All right. Save that. Download. You know what I'm saying? Shit. That's what these niggas do on YouTube, man. Let me screen record. Got there, record your shit, dog. Y'all hit the like button for one time. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Appreciate you, man. Y'all do the same to Big Blunts and Boxing, man. Check him out. He going live at 9 p.m. tonight. You know what I'm saying? This is not the only topic, but it's a topic like Blunts and Boxing said, it needs clarity, bro. Like, this shit needs extreme clarity to what we're seeing. It's just not any negotiation. This negotiation has so much history attached to it. Like, when he was with Top Rank, he could do no right. Like, he didn't do no right. And then, they ran with what Bob Arum said, right? Bob Arum say this, Bob Arum say that. They were trying to make it seem like Crawford wasn't selling, he couldn't do that, but he was getting a higher guarantee than Spence. Now they wanted to try to damn act like they didn't hear that. They jettison that shit and come over here to Spence and say, oh, well, he's selling out the arena and he's putting more butts in the seat. He's not. You fluff the numbers to make it sound good. You don't give Mikey Garcia no credit. Mikey Garcia fight was the highest numbers he did. That's true. That's very, very true. But they just ran away with it. You know what I'm saying? You still got channels sitting up here putting numbers. Man, he ain't doing numbers like that. And he ain't never fought no fight at AT&T Stadium where he's doing motherfucking the whole entire max capacity. Y'all need to stop lying, bro. Al Heyman can't afford Errol to end up like Wilder. He can't take that kind of hit right now. So he goes out under the stove low and tries to hide the champ's money. I'm gonna tell you like this: Wilder got paid, man. Hey Mac, Wilder got paid. Real talk. Forget the losses. He was in there, and his 2 losses is from Tyson Fury, the number 1 heavyweight right now, right? But he got paid. Seriously, he got paid, man. And you never seen that shit, even with Wilder. Now, I can go back to the rematch, after the first fight, rather, in the immediate rematch. Tyson Fury kind of, procrastinated a bit, didn't want the immediate, went up there and fought freaking Tom Schwartz and Otto Wallin. You know what I'm saying? And went to fight Braun Strowman in the WWE. And then he came back for the rematch. But it wasn't because of negotiation. It was just because Tyson Fury, whatever he was trying to do, he didn't take the immediate rematch and all this other shit. And then he came back around and had the rematch. But it wasn't on this bullshit that we seeing right now. Somebody fucked on PBC side attempting to make this fight. Who's to blame, man? Y'all tell me that. Where does the liability lie? Who can we point the finger at? If Errol Spence say he's his own boss, then should we blame Errol? Because he said he was his own boss. So he has to take some type of the blame, right? He says he's his own boss. But yet, every time I hear PBC fighter, I like to thank Al Heyman. So do you think right now it's highly possible? I'm trying to get my Brian Custer. You think it's highly possible that we may indeed see you and Terrence Bud Crawford near the end of the year? Is that fair to say? Well, to be honest, I have to thank Al Heyman again, and really, I need to ask Al, can I even comment on this? I don't want to piss him off. So, Brian, we got to get back to you on that. I have to check with Al when I get back. You understand? I don't want to say something, you know what I'm saying? Okay. All right. You heard it from the one and only welterweight unified world champion, Errol the Foss Spence Jr. Give him a round of applause, people. Finding Nemo, where you at? Bud looking at, hey man, at least somebody noticed that was Nemo cooking that big fish. You know what I'm saying? We looking for him, dog. We looking. Why isn't it easy to find? This dude has been quiet. I had to use my imagination. I said, there he goes. He's in the pot cooking. The big fish is in the pot cooking, dog. And then, I told the cook, I said, you know what? Don't let that fire get below the rim of that damn pot. Just keep on adding oil in there. You know what I'm saying? Make that fish crispy. You know what I'm saying? Even if you overcook it, make that shit crispy. They go to link to Big Blunts and Boxing. You know what I'm saying? Check him out. You can find me right there. No doubt. Check the brother out, man. I just subscribed to you, Big Blunts. I'm going to listen later. Vinny said, I'm going to throw an Omaha cookout after the party. Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if your cookout look anything like mine, man, it's going to be cool. We're going to do what we got to do, man. We got to have more Omaha cookouts, man. For real. You forgot to type in sound effect you were doing the screensaver. You ain't never lied, dog. But for the screensaver shit, it's pretty easy. It's pretty solid. But it's when they be typing up the titles. They be creating their thumbnails and be typing up them titles. They be happy as shit. Yeah, I got this one. WCS think he can do thumbnails. I got him. Yeah, you gotta be creative at this shit to tell a story. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. My imagination can get pretty goddamn loose out that motherfucker. People say Bud ain't popular, but he has Rick Ross and Chad Baseman going this fights. No doubt. And Mike Tyson. On Tyson's birthday, right? Because Bud just turned 35. I got the video. I do have the video. I'm just not gonna upload it because this is not time to speak on that with that thumbnail up there. This is Omaha cookout, right? You know what I'm saying? We have to acknowledge that the big fish has been captured and tossed in the pot, man. You know what I'm saying? You see the look in his eyes, bro. Take a look in the big fish eyes. He looking up at my cook, and they say, God damn, how high does the flames have to? I can barely. You gonna pour the cooking oil on top of me? God damn. Oh my God. This person is ruthless. You gonna pour the cooking? Let me get it out. Every time the big fish try to talk his way up out that mouth, they pour cooking oil on that mouth. Dog. Shut your ass up, dog. For real. You try to goddamn do Crawford dirty, man. Spence know damn well he know about the numbers. He know damn well he know about everything that's going on with that situation. He knows it, bro. He don't care. He said, yo, Bud been on Spence since he stepped in the division. Man, for real, he been wanting to fight that dude. And look, you can tell how disappointed Bud was when they met up and Arrowhead on the red hoodie and Spence was up there and he asked him something like, what do you say? Who he say fight? And Spence named off all those other fighters opposite him, Porter and all that shit. And then Crawford said, oh, he didn't mention me? Nah. That told you right there what Spence's mindset is. So for y'all to continue to be up here and act like Spence is ignorant, he's innocent, he's uninformed. No, that tells you right there that he was happy with taking the easy route. If a person take an easy route, right, for two of the belts, okay, to make him a unified trio, if he says happily, he's happy. I'm taking the easy route. Why not took the easy route? Knock out Sean Porter, blah, blah, blah. We already done seen it. So now you talking about when he gets to the final belt, he don't know what the fuck is going on. Asinine. He absolutely knows what's going on. He's been knowing what was going on. And he pretty much had a great sense of hearing when they told him. Before he even stepped in there with Udina Sugas. They had those sidebar conversations when Timothy Smith, like, look, I'll tell y'all, Timothy Smith ain't gonna get out here and say what he said at the beginning of this year without talking to the man. Believe me, He's gonna make sure that he have a dialogue and check all the boxes and then come out here and say what he got to say. Spence knew all about what they was gonna attempt to do once he got that damn third belt. He knew. Why are y'all continuously trying to separate this man from the culpability that he is responsible for? He is culpable for this shit too. It came out his mouth that he is on board with what the fuck has been going on. They know they was trying to fuck him over. He said it. 70-30, 80-20, whatever we want to give him. His words. Nigga, if you wouldn't have said that or open your mouth, I would have said, you know what? You might be right. Spence, he's not really on board with this shit because I haven't heard him say nothing fucked up. Yeah, we have. We heard him say the shit about the easy route. And he named off the route. Why would I take the easy route, knock out Sean Porter? Right there. He didn't want to fight Bud. And then we heard him walking out the arena when he was upset, throwing a tantrum, pouting. He said 70-30, 80-20 bullshit or whatever we give him. Right there, he showed his true colors, bro. I think right now, man, I don't think Spence respect Crawford. You know what I'm saying? Seriously, I don't think he does, bro. Seriously, why would you do that to a man? He has a family to feed just like you. This shit becomes personal now. Feel me? Shout out to WCS for being on this game for sure. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Real talk. Appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? I want to give a shout out to the supporters, the ones in the chat, man, doing your thing out there. You know what I'm saying? That rock with the channel. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully y'all didn't have to get permission to be over here because you know these other channels, man, they be sending them watchdogs out here, yo. They be sending, oh man, they be screenshotting them. Look, they be screenshotting the ones that be in their chat. No, fuck that, man. Hey, block so and so right there. Jamal Neasy, block him. I seen him over there in that chat. That WCS, that punk motherfucking WCS. I seen him over there. Block him now. I'm telling you, man, they be going the fuck off, dog. Block that nigga now. Why he still here? For real, man, they be getting upset. Facts that Max Kellerman said, it's a duck. Got these fanboy channels butthurt. Ugh. Didn't he? Didn't Max goddamn stop their ass? Oh my God, dog. Dude. Didn't Max? Let's revisit.
Cop, 2 weeks ago, you reported that Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence was close to being made, but we still don't have a deal. What's the latest?
Max, we are getting further away than ever before. It was targeted for November 19th. I am told that if it does happen now, it's going to get pushed into either December or January. And the issue, Max, I am told, is that there are disagreement in the contract over event expenses and basically transparency related to those expenses. Terrence Crawford agreed to take the short end of the split and work off of no guarantee, and he wants to be able to just, have some transparency there related to it since he's going to be working off of the net revenue. And so far, they have been unable to clear this up. It feels like Al Heyman is holding up the deal right now. He advises Spence. Spence wants it. Crawford wants it. And for Crawford to agree to work off of just a purse split shows you how badly he wants this, in my opinion.
Hold on a second. You mean to tell me, because anyone who follows the Hollywood or anything, there's no such thing as the net. It's all the growth. I mean, certainly if you don't have oversight of the books, right, approving expenses, or certainly at least knowing where all the money's going, no one would ever agree to a net. The fact that Crawford's, you work off the gross. But if you're working off the net, then certainly if what you're reporting is accurate, then Crawford would be out of his mind not to insist on that. And you're telling me that that's what's holding it up, that Al Heyman, who's advising Errol Spence, is not giving Terrence Crawford oversight over expenses or giving him transparency to the books, of the books. He's not letting him take a look at the books. And that's why Crawford won't sign, because that sounds to me, Mike, like a duck. That sounds like Al Heyman doesn't think that his guy is going to win and is ducking Terrence Crawford.
That's what killed him. That's what killed him, y'all. That killed him. You know what? Another thing that killed him on that damn double-edged blade? When he said, Al Heyman When he said Al Heyman's name, that killed him. That killed him, y'all. You know what I'm saying? They said Crawford, all he wants is transparency. He's working off the net revenue. They're telling you everything that is quite different from the last 4 opposition of quote unquote big names in the sport of boxing that didn't have to drive this route. They didn't have to take this route. They didn't have to drive this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have to take this detour. They didn't have to do it. But they're trying to send Crawford down this detour. Oh, I know it's dark down there. Just keep on driving. Well, I just want to cut on the lights. There's no headlights. Just keep on driving. No, I'm not gonna do that, man. I'm trying to get this fight. I can injure myself. You're safe over here, okay? All right, you want to make this deal, right? Just drive down there, and we're gonna be down there in a little bit. Just go down there. You don't need no headlights. I know it's 12 o'clock in the a.m. You don't need none of that. Just keep on driving. Man, they was trying to send Crawford down the dark road, bro. Shout out to Mr. Gumbo on deck with the 2020 twin. Super chat on deck. You know what it is. Salute WCS, bro. And chat. It's funny. The WBA to get the Ugas fight, but want to underpay Crawford. Shaking my head. That's exactly what they did, bro. They felt like Ugas was just part of the pickup. You know what I'm saying? They had some belts they wanted to pick up. Ugas was a part of that. Thank God he beat Manny Pacquiao. He was on the list, man. You know what I'm saying? He was part of the bucket list. Ugas became a part of the bucket list, and they picked up that strap, and then they said, okay, now it's time to really play games. Now it's time to really play games. And how many times have you thought, you know, behind the scenes, how they listen to some of this shit that goes on YouTube, and they say, damn, they really don't have a clue, man. It's hilarious, man. Hey, pour me a glass of wine, please. It's hilarious, man. It's so funny. I have to take a drink to it because, you know, the YTC are clueless. They don't know what's going on. They sit up here and cheer for us and cheer for us. Oh, they're so blinded. They're so blinded. They're never going to see this fight this year. But they keep on, you know, long as they're placing the blame on Crawford and being so gullible and naive, hey, we got to toast to this, man. Hey, toast it up. Toast to these dummies. Go ahead. Toast to them. Thanks for Mr. Gumbo, man. Appreciate you. One love, brother. If you're on the road, be safe out there, bro. It's a lot of shit. And if anybody tell you to go down to Florida and drop off a load, you say, access to that shit has been denied. Don't do it, bro. They're gonna see you pulling up in that big rig. They're gonna try to goddamn steal everything you got. He gotta have food in there. He gotta have food, water. Let's stop him. For real. It'll be LA all over again, goddamn it. As they do that blocking stuff over there. Yeah, man, you know. Man, everybody over here grown, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Everybody over here grown. Max Kellerman calls him a duck. I'm going to call him a duck. Yeah, talk to him, bro. Talk to him. Max called him a duck. That killed him. Oh, man, that killed him. They still hurting right now, dog. They hear Blue goddamn surrendering. I try to explain to the brother, man, you know, remotely. You know what I'm saying? Brainwave the brainwave. Dude, you turn your back on Crawford when he was still undefeated. You didn't have to do that. It's still time for you to revert back over. But with that reversion, if that's even the word, you're going to have to take some backlash. Are you willing to fight through the fire with that, brother? Because you're going to have to understand that there's going to be some people that's asking you, hey, man, I don't like what you did, man. You a jive turkey for that. You know, you and all the other channels that support you, brother, they not supporting Bud. Why would you do that to us, sucker? Huh? You jive turkey. We ain't coming over here no more and leaving you any super chats. Jive fucking turkey. You sucker. You sucker. Shit. I should have known when Big Blunts and Boxing put that vid out. I should have known you still love Bud Crawford. The way you said it in your voice, your tone. I knew it, sucker. You was playing both sides for super chats. Yes, you was. I'm telling you, man, you had plenty of time to come back over, bro. Now you've been forced to surrender, bro. Acknowledgement. The truth is, they say the truth will set you free, man. I don't know about YouTube, man. The truth will set you, a couple of steps out, and you're bound to fall back in. You know what I'm saying? Just it'll set you a couple of steps out, to get a little bit of wiggle room, and then you get right back in the fold. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's still time, brother. I just subbed to BB Sports when he did the Bud Convo. Him and a lot of other boxing community on that bull. Hey, man, you already know what it is, man. You already know what it is, man. I try to keep it light so I won't have to go to tactical warfare. You know what I'm saying? WCS, the aerosexuals are tripping more than usual today. They working overtime for new talking points and propaganda gets bored. The walls are closing in. You ain't never lied, Juice. They'll listen. They'll act like, look, they feel that if they say my name, it's going to give me more viewers. But I have no problem mentioning something. I'm not going to just mention their name for no reason. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, they full of anxiety with this topic because they hurting right now. They see what's going on with motherfucking PBC, man. They've been in bed. All of them been having sleepovers together, man, all tucked in. You know how as a kid, I don't know if y'all grew up with siblings or not, but when you have sleepover with your cousin and all that, and you got the flashlight and you throw the covers over. I don't know, you use social media. Y'all might not do that, man. Y'all no. You might not did that with family and shit, but you throw the cover over and you have a flashlight, make it seem like it's a tent and be talking up on it. That's what they doing, dog. They trying to come up with new relevant topics. And if you look at it, they can't come up with topics that are considered healthy and in good standing. You know what I'm saying? They can't do it. They got to come up here and say something like Crawford has poor business ethics. Crawford delaying the fight. Bud doesn't know what he want to do. Bud is the one that pulled out of the fight. Bud's being a diva with the demands. It just never fucking stops, dog. So then why not come up here and talk about it? You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got to get tired of hearing the same bullshit. The man is being lowballed. He has a family to feed. But yet we have all these black role players that's a part of the destruction. They all a part of it. They're bonded together to make sure this play out the way it is. And this, shout out to Bud for saying, you know what, I'm willing to take 35. Okay, no guarantee money. Do you know how he had to swallow that salt tablet? Like, shit, no guarantee money. Wow. For those of you that seen him in public enough times, he'll smile, but really he ain't smile. Just look at the picture. You know what I'm saying? He'll smile, but he ain't really cheesing. But he probably gave you that smile like, motherfucker, God damn it. You sorry ass motherfucker. He had that smile on his face. That's how he was looking. Say, damn, no guarantee. No guarantee, dog. And you got to work off the back end net after everybody else. Oh my God. You won't even give that man the gross. The G in the alphabet becomes before the N. Alphabetically, it should be the gross first. E, F, G. And then after that, me see. EF. It's been a while since I've been in school. EFG H I J K L M N. Oh, wow. That's man. Yeah, that's right on time. PBC said that's right on time. Yeah, yeah. Give him the net. Fuck that. The G is too far up the alphabet. That means positivity, man. You know what I'm saying? It's too far up the alphabet, man. Fuck all that. We're gonna give him the net. Not just any net. We're gonna give him the 35% of the net. Not 50%. We're gonna give the man 35%, which is absolutely absurd. This is one of the worst moments in boxing. You know, the fact that we have to deal with these blind individuals that know very little about boxing. You know what I'm saying? These queens of Spence that sit up here and pass all this rhetoric to the point where to see it play out in the media and have Max and Coppinger talk about this, and for them to point the finger at Al Heyman and also say it's a duck and everything else, it hit home, man. It hit him with a baseball bat, bro. For real. Max Kellerman clip made a bunch of YouTubers remain quiet this weekend. Radio silence from the Dallas Defenders since Friday. I like that, the Dallas Defenders. Look, I can't group all them to the Dallas. You know, I can't, man. Like, I can't, man. You know, if we're going to use the D words, I got to say DeSoto. You know what I'm saying? We got to say DeSoto. Hey, can you give me a DeSoto out the freezer, please? Can I have a plate of DeSoto? Yeah. Yeah, that's with low Soto. You got to group him with DeSoto, bro. You know what I'm saying? Don't put him in Dallas. Dallas way too hype. You know what I'm saying? I know he knows some people over there, you know, and shit like that. Some celebrities and all that shit. But if you're going to group him with Texas, being that he's not a Texas native, you know, he's from Long Island, you know, say he's from DeSoto, man. Next time you get an interview, hey, I just wanted to talk to somebody from DeSoto. I don't know too many people, but I heard you're actually residing there right now. You know what I'm saying? So how's everything been going? Did you ever come to an agreement with yourself that you really fucked the boxing game over? Huh? Derek James, cool down, Derek. Cool down, okay? You're getting a little bit riled up, okay? Treat me the same way you did Mike Coppinger when you sat up there and told Charlo that you love the guy, okay? Don't treat me any different because I'm black now. Show me that Coppinger love there, DJ. You feel me? Show me that Coppinger love. All right, buddy? For real, you got to talk to them of. They be getting out of pocket. You know, goddamn Charlo was going in, so I don't like that mother. No, DJ, hold up now, hold up. My gym list is small. We need somebody like Coppinger coming in there and showing us love, okay? L-File player say, you know, the Blue was on Zoom call with 10 crying content creators right after that 7-Eleven Bud encounter. Man, hey, you know what was puzzling about that whole when that news broke is that me and Showtime was like, damn, we here too. We seeing Bud walking around, you know, in the building. You know, we just see him, you know, in the hotel. No 7-Eleven though. And then, you know, at the host hotel, that wasn't a host hotel, but I just haven't heard anything or seen any pictures. I'm not saying it's not true, but it's hard for me to sit up here and tell my audience that, hey, it's possible. That's Newark. You know what I'm saying? Newark has 7-Eleven somewhere, somehow. But for Bud to pop up and just say, hey, man, let's talk. We got to straighten some things out, you sucker. You've been saying some things I don't like. You know who I am, right? Yeah. My absolute favorite. My absolute favorite. I told you you're an absolute dog. I am, sucker. But that's not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about the fake news that you've been putting out, saying I'm not getting no guarantee, no back end money, nothing. Is that true? You said that, sucker? No, I didn't. That wasn't me. What they call you? 7-Eleven, dog. 7-Eleven, though. At least I would have said, listen to me. In order for my audience to believe what I'm about to tell them, just listen to me, bud. Listen to me. Please. I need a picture. If you would have took a picture, maybe you didn't give him that AB consistency. AB. B, B, A, B. Can I get what? Can I get a pick? Hold on for a second. You maybe should have gave Crawford, man. I need it, man. Come on, man. It's calling me. Give me a pick. Come on, Crawford. Give me a pick. Because my listeners, they ain't going to believe me. That WCS, that punk ass motherfucker, man, he ain't going to believe me. I need for him to believe me. I saw him post a pic with you earlier, dog. Come on, man. Give me a pic. Nope. Bro, all we needed was a pic, y'all. And then I would have said, salute the blue, man. Salute. You're doing your thing out there. You ran in the bud in front of 7-Eleven. I would have had the picture take a turn so you can get 7-Eleven in the background and say, y'all, man, y'all not going to believe this shit, y'all. Look, I'm even going to give him some credit. And you know, WCF, he up there taking picture inside the building. Look, I was out in the streets of Newark and look who I bumped into. I bumped into the man himself, my absolute favorite pound for pound undisputed fighter. He's a dog. Terrence Bud Crawford. I would have had the person who was taking the picture, goddamn, get the 7-Eleven in the background, take the motherfucker. I would have told my audience the whole story, and then guess what I got for y'all? Bam! Would have hit him with the picture. What WCS got to say about that? I got a picture with Bud too. But after further investigation and conversing with Shaw News, we found out that there was no way for us to verify this encounter. And that to me was disturbing. I attempted, we talked over and over again. We was like, hey, is it possible? Where can this 7-Eleven be? You know, it's right outside his hotel room. Okay, right outside the hotel room. Let's do a Google view, okay, of that particular area. You know, with a hotel, Google view. Let's do a search, zoom in on the. We don't see a 7-Eleven. Was this green screen? Do you think it was green screen? No, it wasn't green screen, dog. It looked like it was an actual window with a 7-Eleven out there. Was it a picture? No, it didn't look like a picture. Damn, where is that 7-Eleven at? It can't be in the hood. With all that super chat, they don't have sweets in the hood. I swear to God, dog. Just show me a pic. And we would have said, all right, cool, man. But I ain't buying it, man. I'm just not buying it. Maybe he got some footage, you know, no audio, nothing. What he grab you by your collar? Come on, what he grab you by your collar? Say, hey, man, stop that shit, bro. I just don't know, man. I will have to ask Bud for a picture. If that encounter played out the way he said, I would have had to ask him for a picture and be like, I just need that for my peoples. You know what I'm saying? Because they say they claim to be a Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence fan. So therefore, if he would have posted that picture with Terrence, I'm curious to know what his fan base would have said. You know what I'm saying? He might have a picture in his archives that he's afraid to post. I don't know, bro. He might have that one nugget. He said, I'm wait till the right time to put this shit up there. But I don't want to mess up my Christmas chats. You know what I'm saying? I got to get that flow. You know what I'm saying? That traffic flow. I want to see them colors light up my goddamn chat. I don't know, bro. You know who I am, right? Bud, of course. Superstar boxer, unified champion, blue. Yeah, man. You know, he probably like, yeah. Man, man, I'm a fan, man. Check out that Blunts and Boxing, man. Check out this video. I didn't like it at first, but now I'm loving it, man. Check it out. Well, let me pull it up on my phone right quick, man. Can you just ease up on my collars, man? That was kind of tight, champ. Damn, you strong. What you be doing out there in Omaha? Shit. But here's the video right here from Blunts and Boxing. See, that's me in the beginning. I said everything perfect, man. Look how I break it down. Look how I break this down, champ. I said, look, listen. I said Errol Spence is flat-footed, and even though he has high volume output, it won't, his pressure won't be enough to bust your. I said that, Bud. I said it, man. Look at me. I gave you props. Can I get a picture? No. No, you can't. Oh my God, man. Stop it, man. Just a picture, bro. That's all. What is a picture? If he spent all that time pulling up on you, give a picture, dog. That's all. Give a picture, man. That's what I'm saying, Jamal. All we need is confirmation on the 7-Eleven. I spent time, you know what I'm saying? I said, look, 7-Elevens in Newark. I spent time trying to locate 7-Eleven. Was it on 7090 Broad Street? Was it on 131st Market Street? Was it on 869 Broad Street near the Prudential Center? Because that's where he fought, right? That's where Shakur Stevenson fought. That's where the fight was. So basically, go to the website. We'll do the Google view. You know what I'm saying? They have the motherfucking sites out here, dog. Where you can actually see how the 7-Eleven look. But to be honest with you, people, I don't care. I just would have liked to see the picture to validate that shit. That's all. I just would have liked to see. I've taken pictures with Bud so many times. It's not difficult, in my opinion. I haven't had difficulties getting a picture with him. But if he was in that situation, just out strolling the Newark block in the hood, and y'all had an encounter, then get a picture, bro. Hell, go back to the same bias he was dealing with before the hype. Go back to it, man. I'm just saying, my guy Bud is still undefeated, bro. You didn't have to switch over. I think I know what a 7-Eleven is because I think there's only one in Newark you can drive to. The other two are on the strip, but in a real bummy area and no store parking. Well, I doubt that was it. You know what I'm saying? I doubt he was in the bummy area. Who knows, though? You know what I'm saying? Who knows? All I'm saying, it would have been nice just to get a damn picture. That's all. But man, y'all already know what it is, man. And it comes down to, it's going to be several other thousands of freaking lives is being done. And then just pay attention to the title. You know what I'm saying? I'll put some shit in my title, but it won't be something to the point where it's way off. Like my title today is Crawford Boxing Supremacy, and Keyshawn Davis was right about Spence. I truly believe that shit. I truly believe he was spot on with this. Keyshawn was on point with it. For real, he's on point with it. And if you're in here, man, I got 27 likes, man. Hit the like button, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate everyone that came in and hit the like button. I believe Keyshawn, man. You know what I'm saying? He said he was scary. Yes, he's scary, bro. I agree with you on that. He's proven it. But hey, I got to jump up off this cat, man. I will be over there later on to support Blunts and Boxing. There's gonna be he dropped this link in the chat, man. Y'all check him out. Appreciate everyone for pulling up, and stay tuned for the next. You know what it is. Stay tuned for the next, man. Don't let them dictate what boulevard you drive on. You know what I'm saying? And try to screenshot you and say, "Hey, L foul player, I knew it. I screenshotted you, foul player. I got you. Matter of fact, I'm gonna drop the link. You click the link, and then they goddamn kick you off the panel. They don't think I'll be seeing that shit though. Oh, I learned my lesson though. But y'all don't fall for it, man. Appreciate everyone who newly subbed to the channel, man. Keep tuning in. It's not gonna be strictly about Bud and them, you know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about it because it's it's a good topic. Because we finally got the reality check that Spence is the one that's ducking Crawford. Ducking can come in all shapes of form, even putting up restrictive type negotiation measures to make a fighter uncomfortable and unhappy. That can be considered ducking too. Not just the fact of someone not wanting to fight them physically. You know what I'm saying? They see it's a huge it's a big risk for them to step in the ring and fight them. It can be that they want to make them feel a certain way during fight camp. They want to make sure that they get the lion's share so it can be worth their loss. You know what I'm saying? Because really deep down inside, a lot of people believe that Spence is not going to win this fight. So since that is the case, and a lot of legends have spoke on this, Spence may feel this way also. Spence may feel that he needs to be somewhat of a villain during the negotiation process, because a lot of people are going against him saying that he can't beat Crawford. So he might be trying to play the villain on the sneak tip and be like, yeah, I'm gonna show them. I'm gonna make this, you know how they talk. I'm gonna make him scrounge for motherfucking crumbs when I'm done with him. I'm gonna goddamn make sure he get the least money possible stepping in there with me. And Spence don't believe he can go in there and clean Crawford and dominate that fight. You know what I'm saying? He don't believe that shit. But man, y'all hold it down, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in to World Combat Sports. Continue to support the channel as always. I'm out.